From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
7:34. Yeah, 98's down. 58-98.
They do go for it. It's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, 58 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Left, 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 left. Throw. Left, 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 left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play the Madden way.
It'll be a 10-yard
Oh, he
return
got the
following
phone
a
for a
punt
second.
of 45. And now here come the Raiders. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Carr to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Oh, he bowls over it. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The timing and the faking on that play was so good, you almost think you're at a magical act, right? The magician has shown you something, and then you realize it's not really there. He's created an illusion, and the illusion was they were going to throw the football. Looked like a pass play. Instead, it turned into a draw. Offensive linemen able to get out in front, upfield, and beat them at their own game, and that's why they picked up the secondary.
That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And going deep for Hill. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes giving to Ware on the draw. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Able to power. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Carr now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, Raider 2. 93. 93.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing now is Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that when he had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him?
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
24.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Left. Z. Slow.
Mahomes now on first down. Dumps that off to Ware. Wiggles free. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Slow. Z. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Black 58 rail. Left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
6-18.
Here's Carr to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Gotta be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third and long, it's Carr going deep here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down. So that changes things.
Fucked up my
Here's
animation.
10 all the way up at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start
43.
a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mm-hmm.
On the give, this is Lynch. They find some open field here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, 7:34.
To throw is Carr. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for KC, 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Yeah.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll leave this for Ware. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Yeah, I'm over 40.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very...
He's got a man, complete. We're back now in KC.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Yeah, I figured it.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let 5-man box. Listen, hot.
Shotgun now for Carr. Finds Roberts left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6:37.
Here's Carr. Letting one go deep for Robert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw.
About I didn't go in your bag. I put it on the side of the bag.
And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Mahomes to throw once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a nice play defensively on first
No, I'm not.
down.
I'm really a
This is
pass.
knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to pick.
I wasn't even looking at him talking about.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Yo, Chief. Slide down.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Challenge.
Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message?
No, I ain't figured out you gonna switch it up.
Like
I see you cross, man, and then you switch it up again.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of
You got the
midfield
safeties down and at the linebackers.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. What was the last
All right,
time
man, I'm just trying to figure out go.
2011 was
See
it
what I.
Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles.
Yeah,
and
I see that.
Washington
I'm trying.
That's correct.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. He's going to go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Butker now to kick this one away.
Yeah.
Fielded about a yard deep.
The team sucks. They ain't got no speed at all or
He'll
nothing.
make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now
What the hell
Oakland
made
ready
you
to
do that
take
shit?
the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
Yeah.
See how they handle the waning moments of this one. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Yeah, he did.
Goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, he did.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big
What
body.
made y'all pick up
Sometimes
Flacco
take
of
a
all
corner,
people?
a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You could have done way better than Flacco.
That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Could have got froze on top of this shit.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't run backside where they can really shred your defense.
7:34, 29.
On second down, here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws.
Well, what'd you
from
think
the
the hardest
pocket,
formation
because
they
they knew
got?
he was pretty dangerous if he got outside,
Defense.
and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
It ain't the bunch, you don't think? On the game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Yeah.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
24.
To throw again. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Yeah.
The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun. It's Carr. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Yeah. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Carr going to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. His time is run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one.